Welcome all. So again we are here. I am here with your next class of business law, and I hope you will also join. So we will be here, okay, to continue our further edition in the business law topic. Last class we have started our one topic, that was your lawful consideration, and I have told you in that still some topics are left. Last class definitely we have covered that why consider what are the types of consideration, and to make consideration lawful and valid, what essential things we have to keep in our mind. Those things we have covered, okay. But now continue with the same only, okay. The further what we are going to study in today's class, these all are your part of your lawful consideration topic itself, okay. So let's move. Last class, if you remember, I have given you one line where it was written that no consideration, no valid contract, okay. Without consideration, contract is going to be a void contract. But we know very well in life, okay, or in transactions, sometimes such situations used to arise where we cannot say that it is we can't say, we are not in a position to say that it is a void one. So those things definitely we have to take it as a exceptions, okay. So similar way, we have an exception to the no consideration no contract rule also. That means even though one party is not going to get the consideration, but still the contract or the agreement will be valid, okay. So here just I have mentioned for you, section 25 of the Contract Act lays down a few exceptions when an agreement made without consideration is not void, okay, not void, I'm really sorry, okay. So that means even though consideration is not there for one party, but still the agreement will be valid. So let's check out those exceptions. Very first we have a natural love and affection. Very nice, no? If I'm not wrong, very nice and very simple saying is there. Everything is fair in love and war, okay. So maybe your very nice Contract Act has also got the same thing, okay. In natural love and affection, everything is fair. Okay, I'm just kidding. So here we have what? A written and register. Most important thing, okay. A written and registered agreement based on natural love and affection between near relatives is enforceable without consideration also, okay. So when I am saying based on natural love and affections, and that to near relatives, okay, each and everything is very clear, kindly don't get confused, okay. Near relatives, okay, and without consideration also, it will be enforceable, okay, as a valid agreement. Now just take an example, okay. Just suppose your father told you or your mother told you, okay, or with whomever you are very close, I don't know. So maybe they just promised you, okay, if in this final SEM exam, if you're going to score 100% marks, okay, these all are just for the examples, and definitely some people are there who can score also, or who have scored also. So if you're going to score 100% marks, okay, I'll gift you a brand new bike. Okay. So being a business law student, you are very clever and you know very well how to protect your all the benefits. So you're going to get a very nicely paper pen, okay, stamp paper and pen, and you're going to tell to your parent, kindly write the same here and sign also, I'll get it registered. Okay, so when you're going to get that statement written by your parents and getting it registered, that means it is enforceable. And in this agreement, if I am not wrong, you are getting everything. If you are going to score 100% marks, definitely your career, your life, your future is going to be bright, okay. And you are only going to get the new brand bike. Is that your parents is getting any consideration? Definitely no. So even though one party is not getting any consideration, but still if it is written and registered, then this agreement will be enforceable. That means it is a valid one. This is one exception, okay. Now we'll move to the next one. Exception 2. Fine. Past voluntary service. Fine. So Just suppose you lost your mobile somewhere, okay, and then I found it and I gave it back to you, and then you promised me, ma'am, you have helped me a lot. You got my mobile. Oh my God, it was so costly and expensive and all. So I'll give you, just simply, okay. So I'll give you 5,000 rupees. Okay, you are going to promise me. So again, I am going to make it written and register, and definitely this will be a valid contract. You haven't told me, okay, to return my mobile whenever you are going to find it, but it was my inner feeling, okay. I found it and I returned you also, and after that when you're going to promise me that you will give me reward of 5,000 or something, then it is going to be a contract. Even you can read here also, if a person has done a voluntary service in the past and the beneficiary promises to pay at a later date, so this will be also your exceptions. Fine, because we haven't entered into any contract, okay, and it was and I like when I found your mobile and I returned you, definitely in my mind nothing was there, okay. I was not expecting any consideration. Without consideration also I would have returned you, okay. Now we have the exception, next one, that is time barred debt. I hope this 3 word time barred debt you have gone through with your LPB, last year LPB classes, where we know that each and every advances we have to repay within a specific time period, and if that specific time period used to get over, generally 3 years, 5 years, depend upon the what is the mode of your advance, okay. So after that legally nobody can force you to return, okay, to repay those loan amounts. So if for such type of time barred debts, if you are who has taken the loan, if you are going by your own and telling to the giver that I'm here to repay all the amounts, I'm sorry, so much time I have took, so if that happens, then a promise to pay a time barred debt is also enforceable. How? Again the same thing, written and agreement, okay, registered. Whenever you are going to tell to your very nicely creditor that I am going to return you all the amount, then the person or the bank has to again write it and get it registered, okay, signed by you, that you have promised that you are ready to repay the time barred debt. So this is also a exception, because now you are not going to get any consideration, okay, you are just going to repay. Now the next exception is creation of an agency. So here you have to keep remember some sections, okay. According to section 185 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, no consideration is necessary to create an agency. So these are the some exceptions where your no consideration, no contract rule used to get little bit shifted. Okay, people agree that it's okay, no consideration, but still it is a valid one. And others are like your charity and gifts. Definitely when you do the charity, when you are going for doing the donation, when you are giving to give someone, definitely from other side you are not expecting anything else except your blessings and all, loves and all, and that is please, that's not sorry, in commercial terms it is not at all any type of your consideration. So these are your exception. Now under the same lawful consideration concept, we have to further learn one more concept, okay, which is known as a privity of contract or doctrine of privity. Meaning first we'll check, okay. The doctrine of privity means that as a general rule, a contract does not grant rights or enforce duties arising under it on any person except the parties to it. Okay, fine. So too much English we have studied, okay. So now in simple English we'll try to understand this, okay. Doctrine of privity of contract, okay. So what is this? Simply we used to say, if the agreement was between A and B, okay, or if the contract party was A and B, then C is not going to take any action on behalf of A or B upon A or B. Tension? Chalo. One more simple thing we will take, okay. Just suppose there was an agreement between you and me, okay. Always good, because we are always good. We are always good as a friend also, and we are always good as a fighter also. Fine. So there was a contract between you and me. Fine. And according to that, I was supposed to deliver you 10,000 unit of, just suppose, unit of any item. Okay, any item, I can't say, item A. Fine. And you are supposed to pay for me that 1 lakh rupees. Now clear? I have to give you 10,000 unit of item A and you have to pay me rupees 1 lakh. This is a contract between you and me. Now just suppose I have delivered you 10,000 units of item A, but you haven't given me still the payment of 1 lakh rupees. And one day suddenly any third person, definitely not you and not me, any third person came to you and started threatening you or started scolding you or saying you, why you haven't done the payment, now do the payment of 1 lakh rupees, give me right now 1 lakh rupees, I'll go and give it to Anwesha, give me now. So that definitely you are going to say a very simple sentence. I can't use now here Kannada or Hindi, okay? You are going to say a very simple sentence, what? Who the hell you are? Who the hell you are? Actually the contract between you and me, that is contract between Anwesha and you. Fine. So who the third party? Why you are coming here? You don't have any rights. Okay, so when you are going to tell this sentence, you don't have any rights, that is your doctrine of privity of contract, general rule. A contract does not grant right or enforce duties arising under it on any person except the parties to it. Okay, but always exceptions for everything. Okay, so now let's check out what are the exceptions for your doctrine of privity of contract. Okay, so some exceptions are there. Very first is trust. Okay, very quickly we'll read. If a contract is made between the trustee of the trust and the another party, then the beneficiary of trust can sue by enforcing his right under the trust even if he is stranger to the contract. Okay, now for example, okay, just suppose a father is there who is having 2 sons. Fine. And before dying, one son, just suppose son A, okay, he is a major age and son B minor age, and father is D. Okay, so what D has made? D has made a very nice contract or agreement with son A because he is major age. Okay, that you will pay rupees 5 lakh and you will give half of my property to your younger brother B when he will attain his major age. Okay, father is trusting, father D is trusting on son A. Okay, and made the contract. The another son, that is your younger son B, definitely he is stranger, he don't know about these all arrangement, what type of agreement happened between his father D and his elder brother A, he's unaware. Okay, father died and A is right now enjoying the full property. Okay, and definitely after some year, just suppose after 5 years, okay, the younger brother B, okay, attain his age of major, and generally in case of property and all we believe 21 years. Okay, so 21 years age, he is going to celebrate his 21st birthday. And now as per the agreement, what happened between the father and your elder son, that is D and A is supposed to give half of property to B, his younger brother, and the 5 lakh rupees. But if he is going to reject it, he will say I'm not going to give you, then definitely B can file a case in court on A, on his elder brother, even though the B was not present when agreement happened between the father and the elder son. Okay, but now B can file the case on his elder brother saying that I am the beneficiary. Okay, I am the beneficiary and he is not giving my portion of benefits to me. Okay, so that is your trust, first exception. Now the next, family settlement. So simple terms, we can take a Hindu undivided family, okay, where maybe arrangements used to be done for each and everyone, okay, everybody is liable to get the benefits. And just suppose in that Hindu family, and there is a daughter name called C, okay, and for her marriage expenses and all, they have made some arrangements, okay. It was like you can say the settlement was there, okay, arrangement was there, but when the marriage time came, she didn't got any expenses, she didn't got any amount from the family. So definitely she can file the case in the court saying that I want my benefits even though I am the stranger. Okay, so same thing I have written here also. If a contract is made under a family arrangement to benefit a stranger person, not a party to the contract, then the stranger can sue in his own rights as a beneficiary of the contract. Okay, now the next exception we have assignment of a contract. So quickly we'll read. If a contract is made for the benefit of a person, then he can sue upon the contract even though he is not a party to the agreement. It is important to note here that nominee of a life insurance policy do not have this right. So please keep it remember. Okay, the nominee of a life insurance policy don't have this right, but remainings having the rights. So assignment I am not talking here like your semester assignment. Assignment also, the very nicely, if I am not wrong, you have learned in your LPB. Okay, that is also under a mode of your advances, where you are going to assign your some future rights to the next person. Okay, your future rights, okay, not now I'm talking, your future rights you are going to assign to some next person. So even though the person was stranger, okay, but if you have assigned that benefits to the third party, whenever time comes, the third party can sue for his benefits. Okay, now the next exception, acknowledgement of estoppel. Okay, so quickly we'll read. If a contract requires that a party pays a certain amount to a third party and he or she acknowledge it, then it becomes a binding obligation for the party to pay the third party. Now just suppose A gives, okay, rupees 1000 to B, that you have to pay to C. Okay, A gave 1000 rupees to B and told B, pay this 1000 rupees to C. Okay, and B acknowledge also. Okay, B acknowledge receipt of fund, okay, to paid C. But if B is going to fail, if B is not going to do the payment to C, C is having a full rights to file the case on B to recover his amount. So that is your acknowledgement, okay, or estoppel. Fine. Now the next, contract through an agent. Okay, if a person enters into a contract through an agent where the agent acts within the scope of his authority and in the name of person, that is principal. Now what happened when we say agent is going to enter into a contract, okay, with a third party? An agent, as we know, always used to enter into any contract with the next party on behalf of his or her principal. Fine. So if anything goes wrong in that contract in future, definitely principal is liable. Principal can't say that this contract happened between my agent and you. No, principal is liable. Okay, so these all are your exceptions. So please try to understand till here, and in the next class we'll go for the next one more or some other essential of valid contract. So till then, take care, keep learning. Thank you, have a nice day.